To the extent that lawyers are compensated on meeting their billable hours target, there traditionally is little or no incentive for the individual to make non-billable contributions to knowledge management tools and projects. How does one counter this culture barrier?
Probably the best way is to demonstrate value. Once you demonstrate the value of knowledge management to the lawyers in the firm, they become much more interested in contributing to it. So that's the primary thing to do, is to show how much value there is in it. However, that alone isn't enough. So there are other incentives that are useful. One is recognition. People like to be recognized as being an expert in a certain area. And so if you want to get contribution from lawyers, you have to give them something in return. And recognizing them publicly throughout the firm as an expert is an excellent way to get people to contribute. So just give them credit for their contributions. There's many ways you can do that. You can associate the documentation with them, but you can also tell people throughout the firm, this is the expert in this area. Another method that a lot of firms have found successful is to come up with something that is of value. So you can't typically convince a law firm to give billable hour credit to a lawyer for those contributions, but you can give them some kind of credit that ends up counting for something when they're compensated. And so there is an expectation that lawyers in the firm will give a certain amount of time to either mentoring junior lawyers or professional education of other lawyers, pro bono service. And so what a lot of firms have done is made knowledge management one of those non-billable areas that there's an expectation that lawyers will contribute to and that they'll get credit for. Another interesting way of giving incentives to contribute to knowledge management is gamification. And so what a lot of firms are finding is people enjoy healthy competition. And so if lawyers earn credits or badges for their contributions, like I've gotten 15 knowledge management credits this month. That often helps to get lawyers to contribute. The method I like, though, is quite often lawyers will need something from knowledge management. So they might be searching for something and they will contact my department and say, do you have anything on this? And what I've instructed our knowledge management lawyers to do is say, yes, we do, and here it is. Now in return, since we've helped you, can you contribute something? Can you give me an example of your work that might be helpful to someone else? And you find that lawyers are very willing to do that because, again, they see the value of knowledge management. They're benefiting from it themselves, and so they see how their contribution is going to help someone else in the firm.